Well, President Trump in his 2023 campaign started talking about an idea he called freedom cities, which we've taken a look at. I'll get to in a second. But essentially, that's building cities whole cloth from land that the federal government owns. And people out west will know the federal government owns roughly half of the land that's in the western 10 states. And in some states, much more than that. I think it's above 80% of Nevada.
Oh, yes.
Right? And of that land, what people tend to associate that land with is things like Yellowstone or national parks and
Everybody
forests,
thinks
etc.
it's Half Dome and Old Faithful, and it's just not.
That's right. That's right. That's what people associate with that land with. But it's a very small fraction of that land.
Oh,
and two, there's a lot of land that is really doing absolutely nothing. Maybe it's got like a lamb on it somewhere, but other than that, nobody's doing anything with the land. And that tends to be managed by the Bureau of Land Management, which kind of holds the federal government land that back when this was assigned to different departments, nobody else wanted it, so BLM got it. And we took a look after President Trump won the election and thought, well, Freedom Cities is interesting. A city has housing. We're a housing center. We'd like to take a look at that. And what we found is that there's a tremendous amount of this land that's in places that people would like to live, and that's not national parks or conservation land or Native American reservations, what have you. And just taking a look at those small parts of the land, we calculate kind of back of the envelope that you could build 1 million homes in that area over the next 10 years. And if you fully leaned into the Freedom City idea, 3 million homes over the next 40, just on that land at mostly single family densities, which is something we're broadly in favor of as long as it's on relatively small lots, because that's how you get housing that people can afford to own. And that's on, say, less than 0.1% of federal land. So, but putting it the opposite way, it leaves 99.9% of federal land completely untouched by any development whatsoever. And that just goes to show you the scale of the land that the federal government holds. And most of it you wouldn't want to build on. It's mountains, it's dry, there's not enough water or whatever. But you focus on that 0.1% of the land that's most valuable, and you could build a lot of housing, A, right away, but B, a lot of it's near enough to waters, highways, airports, what have you, and in metro areas. You could build entirely new cities, and we've mapped out, some 400 odd locations, and made a recommendation of building 20 of those cities, which would add, call it 2 million homes over 40 years, because cities take a lot to develop.